Now, today is the deadline for onion traders at the Agbogbloshie market to relocate. A joint military task force has stormed the market to enforce compliance. It's been quite an episode today. We're hearing that the task force, made up of the police and military, as well as fire service personnel, fired tear gas and rubber bullets. Let's head to that place right now, because that's where my colleague Manuel Quanting is monitoring events from over there. Quite a dramatic day. Manuel, bring us up to speed with all that has happened.
Well, Darryl, you're right. Quite dramatic. In the past 5 to 6 hours, the activity here at the Agbogbloshie market has been geared towards relocating onion sellers from this particular point to a new spot that's been earmarked for them at Agyen Kotoku. Well, it was almost event-free up until a group of boys gathered some ties and began to burn them in the middle of the road. Well, as they did that, the police had to, as we're told, call the tensions and in the process fired some tear gas and so on and so forth. But currently, what I can report to you is that calm has returned to Agbogbloshie. You still have very heavy security presence on the ground, with them ensuring that nothing untoward happens. Well, it's indeed just breaking to us that this exercise is going to continue for about 1 week. Ordinarily, as we learned from the regional minister, this was earmarked to take about 4 days. Or he says it's going to continue up until 1 week. For the things that have popped up besides the sort of riots that we saw earlier reported to you, there are a bit of concerns from some of the affected traders. Away from the onion sellers, we had some cattle rearers, essentially livestock traders also, and then scrap dealers. Well, the scrap dealers make a point that they were not informed and notified about this impending relocation exercise, and they have concerns. And as the onion sellers have been relocated to Agyen Kotoku, they are asking a question, that is, where are they being relocated to? I'll speak to their secretary here, and he'll just join me briefly for a quick interaction, Darryl, as we bring you this report from Agbogbloshie. Say, what's your name?
I'm Kola Abukari Sule.
Okay, Abukari Sule, we've learned from the regional minister that prior engagements have been had, community engagement and sensitization were undertaking, and your boys were learning bent ties here and were causing a commotion. How is it that even after all these engagements, you still went ahead to do that?
Well, I can say we are surprised, but let me correct something. I'm not the secretary. I'm assistant to the secretary. Okay. The secretary is around. I'm not the secretary. But it has come to us as a surprise, because we have been hearing that they are going to demolish Onion people. Even anytime you heard from radio station, you hear Onion people, not include scrap dealers. The regional minister himself said yesterday on air, which I heard, it, that the committee they have created, it includes the Upper East MPs, 3, and then the MP for Breakma Central. And then the majority of those selling the onions are from Upper East. And some of them are even foreigners. They are Burkina based, and then there are Nigerians over there. We here, we are mainly Dogombes. 80% of us are Dogombes. So maybe there was a committee and then there was sensitization towards it. Who is representing with the scrap dealers in the committee? Who is representing us? If they are giving us a notice, he should swing us a letter that has been addressed to the Greater Accra Scrap Dealers Association. Let's see that letter. If only we are maybe informed and then we refuse. Let's see that letter. And then the date they issue that letter to us. Let us see. Yesterday we heard that rumors. We rushed to Agyen Kotoku asking, where is our land? Some of our members went to the AMA over there. That the madam gave them somebody number and a assemblyman number that you should go there. He will show us where to sit. When we went there, we called him more than 4 hours. He didn't respond. We tried and then we came back. We are not saying we are not going, but we should be treated as they to treat it. They have a committee for about 3 months. They are aware. Even we try to see whether we are part. Anytime you approach somebody, you are not included. Our message here is we are under youth council. We went to the youth council. We've asked them. They said no. They went.
So what is your call now? The exercise has happened already. You're being asked to vacate the premises. What is your call?
Yeah, our call is, you can see the properties inside. We still have materials. Me, for instance, I have materials inside worth over 80,000 Ghana cedis inside now. If I can go and pick it, how do I do? Not me alone. Even people have more than even 300,000 materials inside. If you go deep, you will see caterpillars, excavators inside there. So we are doing a serious business here. So we are appealing. Maybe if you not even give us a place to settle, but they should give us a time for us to be able to also evacuate our materials, our properties there, and then let the land for him. What he needed, we can't deny him of maybe having it, but he should give us a time for us to convey our materials from the side. That's all. That's what we are now seeking. That's what we're now seeking, because we are now surprised. We were not informed. Even if he said yes, then you should show him a letter. You are a media. You can ask him which date or who is their representative, the scrap dealers.
So as you move on, you're asking for what? More time to relocate.
Yes, sir.
And what? How much is more time? How much is enough time for you?
Now the material that is here, some we can just load it and go and sell to the company. But there are some that it is spare parts. Where are we dumping those things? At least they should give us a certain favor, which we are Ghanaians and then we are human. How can the foreigners be treated fairly and then we are treated badly like this, my brother? You see?
So that's your concern. And Darryl, you just heard him speaking to me. His concern is that they have not been notified, they have not been engaged ahead of this particular exercise.
Who is our representative?
And he's asking questions about their representatives in the committee that was set up to do the community sensitization and engagement. But as you could see way behind me, what is left of the former onion market of Agbogbloshie is now debris of demolished wooden structures and former inhabitants really of the markets, former structures which they occupied. They are now being moved to Ajen Kotoku. These are comments that he makes, and we're looking to quickly get a word from the regional minister and responses on the calls that he's made. He's asking for more time, and is the 1 week exercise going to be enough to allow them to cut their goods out of the space and go sell? And this is the situation here. Live pictures to you coming from the Agbogbloshie market. And right about now, I'm getting closer to the regional minister to bring you that particular conversation with him on some of the issues that have been raised by the Scrap Dealers Association. They say they have not been engaged, and indeed that is a concern that they have. And so he's asked that I wait. But Darryl, the picture really, and we're just learning that there's a RECSEC meeting that is currently going on, deliberating over the issues that have happened today, debriefing on the exercise which was embarked upon by the Regional Coordinating Council this afternoon. And as you can see, the regional minister now heading for me to have that quick engagement. Honorable, grateful that you could speak to us this afternoon. Just a bit of clarification on how the assessment of this exercise has been for you.
Well, the team that undertook this exercise actually have been meeting for over 3 weeks. They came to do the reconnaissance and they put together the logistics that they will need for the exercise, and also worked out the days that they are likely to spend here. We have just had a meeting, and it's been decided that the team will be here for about a week to ensure that all the debris are cleared. And as I keep saying, we want to have the place a complete ground zero. So all the debris will go, and in the meantime, there will be strong joint operations patrols here between today until the time that we finish the exercise.
It's a quick response to the Association of Scrap Dealers. I've just spoken to one of their representatives, and they have a concern that, well, if you've relocated the onion sellers to Agyen Kotoku, where's the spot that you are relocating them to? And they ask a question of engagement. They make the point categorically that they have not been engaged. From where you sit, give us the chronology of engagement that you've had here and why they are asking these questions.
My brother, I think that the media should help us. We've been doing this over 3 weeks. You've been sending reporters to come. So when you say I should give you chronology, it's unfair because you should even be able to be speaking for us. But that is why we've been inviting you to almost every program. Now, fast forward. We put together a team to actually engage them. That included the MC for Ablekuma Central. My regional coordinating director met with all of them here, and then Honorable Amedata, the immediate past member of parliament for Okakwe South. Now, they agreed to move. They requested for a few things, i.e. trucks and all that, and we agreed to give them. In fact, they went to Agyen Kotoku, and they refused to go to where they were told to go to. And I think that it is not fair on us because Agyen Kotoku, apart from where the onion sellers are, there is about a 12-acre land that they could easily come and do their business. But they were there yesterday night and they refused. Even the committee that we put together called them to come and collect their 50,000 Ghana cedis as their share of disbursements to be able to transport their items from here, and again they refuse. They had planned to resist when we get here, and that we would not take. It is not going to happen. Agyen Kotoku is still there. There's a space for them. If they go today, they will find a space.
I see we're just getting reports of some people having challenges even at Agyen Kotoku. What's a briefing you've received on that, sir?
Have you looked at the work here? Don't let us be doing this negative reportage. I keep saying this. What challenges are they having there? They have only been there today. And they are even doing business already. I can show you the video. Truck commercial vehicles are already loading to Kasoa, and you are talking about challenges. You see,
these are just reports that we are getting from the ground, sir.
Journalism should always not be focused on negativity. Look at what we have done today. And I think that we should all be commending ourselves for a good job done and then try and look at how best to finish this place whilst we try to tackle Agyen Kotoku.
I think that's exactly what we are doing. I mean, it's a good job that we've done here, but let's now assure the people there.
They have had assurances for the past 7 weeks. And I don't know what they've been told, but I have videos here. I have men on the ground. They are doing business. They are happy. They are happy. They are doing business. So my brother.
So the briefing is that the Agyen Kotoku folks are happy.
I think that your line of questioning should be that how come people were allowed to do this here to Mother Ghana? This is the direction you should be going to. Look at it. Let the whole world see what is happening here. And I think we should be focusing on how to move all these debris. Even when we move them, where are we taking them to? Those who have been here, who've been here for about 15 years, what is their health like? These are serious issues we are talking about. And I think that we should be probing into that than just the negative reportage. I'm sorry, but you know.
Well, it's interesting that you say these are negative reportage because this is essentially the questions that are coming. I understand. I understand.
5 minutes ago, when I gave you an answer, you asked me this question here. So I don't know why we are coming back to it.
So this is going to continue for 1 week, correct, sir? Just to assure the people that, I mean, there's no space for them here. As you've mentioned,
no, to assure who?
You just mentioned that there's no space for them here, just for the sake of emphasis.
Who are we going to assure? Who are we assuring? I'm asking you the question now. Who are we assuring?
The folks who have resisted this afternoon.
Move everybody, and we'll move everybody. Nobody's going to stay here. That is a fact.
And that's the emphatic statement that the regional minister has made, that there's no space for anybody here who wants to push back.
And we have come in here, we are taking possession, we are not leaving anybody here. That's it.
And that's a categorical statement, Darrell, that the regional minister makes, that there's no space for anybody who wants to push back against the exercise that is actually being carried out here. It's going to continue for the next week until, according to the minister, everything is raised down to ground zero.
Great job, Manuel. We have to end it here.